Hey, it's Josh, and this is just going to be a quick update video on my recent microdose month. So as I mentioned in a previous video, I was microdosing with LSD for about a month, and I just finished that about 2 weeks ago, and I just wanted to share my results and my observations from that experience. So I used LSD. I was going to use mushrooms because they're a lot easier to get the dosages correct, and with the little blotter tabs on the paper for LSD, which is what I had, it was kind of hard to get the exact amounts that I wanted. So there was like about 120 micrograms, and I cut the blotter tabs with very small scissors into 8 small pieces. But I've also heard that you could just soak it in distilled water and use a syringe, like an insulin syringe, to withdraw, the exact percentage you want once you've dissolved the tab in the water. But I just didn't feel comfortable with that method, so just cut it up, and I took 1 hit every 4th day, so 2 days off in between doses. And like I said, with this microdosing, it is like it sounds. It's very small amounts, almost not perceivable, but I did notice some changes during this time. So one of my observations was on the days that I did take the dose in the morning, for that day and leading into the second day, I did notice that my mood was better, and this could have been a psychosomatic sort of effect, a placebo effect, because I knew I had taken the hit that morning. But it was quite noticeable that my mood was significantly more improved and my focus was better, and that was regardless of whether I got enough sleep or not. I didn't have to drink as much coffee. My mood, my focus, my concentration was much better, and my meditation, when I meditated, I was able to get into much deeper states of meditation more quickly. My mind was a lot calmer and more focused. So this wasn't like a dramatic, like I was tripping sort of effect, but it was definitely noticeable compared to when I wasn't microdosing. And this was pretty much through that whole month in waves, like 2 or 3 days like that, and then it would start to die down until I did my next microdose. And so that was definitely beneficial for just day-to-day functioning, working with clients, how I was with my family, how productive my meditation sessions were. Having said that, it was only a small amount of the acid that I was using, but I was also debating, would it be better just using that for an actual trip experience? Would I get more out of that? But considering that it was a very small amount and that there was some observable difference positively, I could see the benefits of doing this, and I need to do some more research into long-term microdosing, whether the effects diminish or whether there is a benefit if you're doing a small amount over a long term, because I would be open to looking at that experience, like over 3 months of microdosing every several days. What would be the benefits then? What would I notice? Combined with paying attention to my meditation and my nutrition and my sleep, would this assist me in making some positive changes in my life? During the time that I was microdosing, I was paying attention to my nutrition. I'm moving to a more plant-based diet, so part of the things I wanted to do was, and meditating regularly, daily. So part of the things that I want to do is use this microdose month as an opportunity to really focus on, to support me in making these changes. And I did find that helped. There were a few days where I still didn't meditate as I had planned. So in that respect, I didn't meet my expectations in some ways. And my nutrition, I did make huge changes in my nutrition. I've been eating a lot more vegetables, including fruits, a lot less meat. I'm still having some fish, and occasionally I have had chicken, but I've cut it down drastically, gone several days without meat at a time, still having eggs. But looking at other plant-based sources of protein that I can incorporate, and I want to continue to make some changes like that. And I've just been, ethically, environmentally, and health reasons, I wanted to make some changes in that direction. For me, it's a big shift because sort of in my my fitness endeavors and my training and physique competitions and strength competitions and whatnot, I've been really focused on, I've been very carnivorous. So this is a big shift for me. So I'm giving myself some time, but I've definitely feel called to make that change. Anyway, I digress, but one thing I would recommend, if for those who are watching, if you wanted to try microdosing, whether it's mushrooms or acid, would be to keep a journal. And that's something that I didn't do every day. So keep a journal of your mood during the day, your energy, your focus, whether you notice your concentration is better, all just a general life journal, life diary. But also pay attention to your dreams, because I did notice I had some pretty vivid dreams during this time too, and I did record some of them. I have a little voice recorder beside my bed, so if I remember in the night or when I first wake up before it starts to slip away, I would record it. So I have some very groggy recordings of my dreams, like then I did half awake, but it's pretty interesting to listen to in hindsight and then make some notes on that. But yeah, that would be one of the things I would recommend if you're going to be microdosing. And then just pay attention to what changes you want to make in your life during that time you're microdosing, and see if this supports you in the process. If you have any questions or comments about this, or if you have any of your own insights or personal observations from microdosing, I'd look forward to hearing from it. Post a comment down below. And until next time, stay awake.